glasses of water. Part 4. Elevating your water and spiritual hygiene. Leg up! In many Afro-Caribbean spiritual lineages, these spiritual glasses of water are an energetic vessel. They act as an offering, filters, messengers, and mirrors. These spiritual glasses of water hold vibration, pull in energy, and offers clarity to not only the spirits walking with you, but you. You're going to want to make sure you watch part 1, 2, and 3 so you get the full picture. This is a 7-part series, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you do not miss this. A gentle reminder again, the spiritual use of water in these glasses is not a closed practice. So this is open to anyone, regardless of your religious background, regardless of your belief system, and all that jazz. Like anything sacred, it requires upkeep. So the spiritual hygiene of these spiritual glasses is profound. I'm going to break down in this video 5 ways to keep the spiritual hygiene of your glasses. Mwah. Chef kiss, because when the glasses are vibrating high, you're getting the best results possible. I'm also going to give 4 powerful ingredients to put in these glasses and where to put these glasses when they have these ingredients in it so you can get the most and the strongest results possible. You definitely want to stick to the end because I'm going to give a very detrimental mistake that people make with these glasses, and it's something you want to avoid at all costs. All right, let's get into it, baby. We're looking at a glass that I've had on a bookshelf for about a week. As you can see, it has pretty normal stains, nothing crazy, nothing crusty, right? If your glasses look like this, that's good. At the end of the week and you're about to change your glasses and it's crusty AF.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
That means 1, the energy in your home is dense, thick. You probably need to smoke cleanse. And 2, that means you're not washing your glasses appropriately. So, this is a dirty glass. After you wash your glass with soap and water, and you can add vinegar, white vinegar, if you have stains, then we're going to add the spiritual hygiene. So in the beginning, no matter what, soap and water, a little bit of vinegar if you'd like. And I'm going to show you how it's going to look after we do that wash, okay? Be right back. Ooh, my chair up. I feel like I'm so far. Okay. Okie dokie. So, this is the glass that's been cleaned with soap, water, and a little bit of white distilled vinegar. You don't need to spend a lot of money on the vinegar. I went to the dollar store and got myself vinegar from Dollar Tree, okay? So, pro tip. You should be the one washing your spiritual glasses. You know why? Because to keep it a buck, if you take your spiritual journey very serious, no one else is obligated to take it just as serious as you. So they may not put in the same effort to clean your glasses. And I speak from experience. Anywho. Secondly, you know, if they got they have a lot going on, the glasses are going to pick up on that energy. And, you know, it may break in the process. I've seen that. Somebody had a lot going on, and for some reason, my glasses were breaking. So this is how it should look. Now we're going to get into those 5 ingredients that you can put in your glasses to really raise the vibration. And what these 5 ingredients are actually doing, it's sweetening the glasses. Because when we just washed it with the soap and water, what we're doing, we're just removing everything, right? Now we're going to sweeten it because when you have them either on your ancestor altar, your bovida, or around the home, its sweetness is calling in those benevolent spirits that we want. And those benevolent spirits are the spirits that are walking with you, guiding you, protecting you. And you do not have to be a devotee of an African traditional religion or Afro-Caribbean religion to believe in that. For the most part, I believe most of us believe that we have some type of guardian angels or some being on the other side that is protecting us.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? That's what I thought.
So essentially, these glasses, they are calling those benevolent spirits in and raising their vibration, keeping the vibration of the home on and popping. Everything cool, calm, and collected. It is also a mirror, as we mentioned in part 2 with the bugs. So the bugs are going to have a lot of symbolism, and it's going to absorb any negative energy, keeping your home vibrating high. And it is a portal, so if you do any type of prayer around these glasses of water, it's going to amplify your voice and your messages to the spiritual realm so that Oludumare, who is God, Supreme Being, Jah, the Most High, Allah, whoever it is that you believe is in that sky, that Supreme Being, so that they can hear your prayers as well as your spiritual court. And in Ifa, we have the Orishas. So I'm actually dog sitting right now, and the dog barked, and I was like, she barked. Anytime there's some type of interference when I'm filming these videos, I pay attention. Obviously, I'm looking through my beautiful window, what's going on outside. And then doggy, her name is Duchess. Hi! Hi! Hi, girl. Yeah. She barked, and I just had a thought. If you have an animal and they knock over the glass or break a glass, it counts. It's a sign. Nothing happens by accident. I do not believe in coincidences. You have to have your discernment. You have to stay balanced and grounded because, for example, if you have the window open and a plastic cup falls over, it's not necessarily, oh my God, it's a sign. That's how you go a little crazy. Right? You have to use your better judgment, your discernment, and look at the mundane first and then the spiritual. Mundane, spiritual. Mundane, spiritual. Mundane, spiritual. You see what I did there? You have to balance it out. So, if it's in the middle of the walkway and the dog or the cat hits it over, that's your fault. But if it's in the cut and the dog hits it over and it breaks, cat hits it over and it breaks, or it spills, usually water spilling on the floor, and remember, these are my interpretations, is a sign to cleanse your home with water. So I would say doing a floor wash. And a floor wash, for those who do not know, it's where we basically mop, but with spiritual waters. And it can be, I have a floor wash in my shop, my high vibrations floor wash, or floor washes can be as simple as using ammonia. We use vinegar, Florida water, and so on and so forth. Even Pine Sol, that's a classic, or Dettol, that's a Caribbean classic. So let's get back to these 5 ingredients. I just wanted to throw that out there so that you guys could use that pro tip. Okay, let's go. Number 1 is cigar smoke. So, as a spiritual practitioner in the Afro-Caribbean space, cigars are very essential in our spiritual practice. And as many of you know, tobacco in general, if you don't know, tobacco in general is very, very important when it comes to connecting to the spiritual realm. So we use cigars. So what you're going to do is take that cigar and you're going to blow it in and around that glass. And that's going to help attract those high vibrational spirits. Not sure what that was. Okay. All right. Number 2 is brown sugar water. So we're going to take some brown sugar. Not me. I hope that's not vain. I hope that doesn't come across as vain. It wasn't my intention. Yo, my apartment right now is kind of hot. I committed to keeping the windows open for this video instead of having the AC because I didn't want it to be loud. but I am hot, and that's why you feel me going, like you see me going like that, because I'm getting a little overstimulated right now.
Doctor.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. Cut the show.
Getting a little hot. My jelly roll right here is cultivating some sweat. Okay, I'm gonna make it through. I'm gonna tough it through. I got this. Okay, woo! Number 2, brown sugar water. So you put some sugar in the cup. You're gonna swirl it around, pour it out. It's ready to go for your altar. Number 3, Florida water. I believe for the most part, a lot of people know what Florida water is now. What you're gonna do is take a little bit of Florida water, swirl it around, pour it out. Your glass is ready to go. When it comes to Florida water, it is all purpose for the most part. Like, you can use it for so many things. It's a staple you should always have in your home. And I'm a big advocate on actually carrying it out. So like, if you're interacting with a lot of people, you're shaking hands, you're hugging, I have these small amber vials that I carry, and I create my own spiritual waters, and Florida water is one of the bases I put in there. So if I exchange a lot of energy and I'm feeling a little off, I take a little bit, a couple drops from my hands. You know how we do it. Break it down, refresh. So Florida water is essential to have in your home, and you can get it for about $5 to $7. I do not sell it in my spiritual shop, but for the most part, any Botanica, you can probably find it. And believe it or not, some dollar stores even carry it as well. Number 4 are egg whites. Okay, so this is okay. I'm gonna draw some spider webs real quick. I know some of you have seen in Mexican culture them using an egg and cleansing, right? An egg cleanse, limpia. So the reason we use eggs, it's also found in Afro-Caribbean spiritual practices and African traditional religions. Eggs absorb negative energy, right? So when it comes to egg whites, it really helps for spiritual gunk. So I would say, out of all of these, I would use egg whites if you feel your home is very dense and the energy is very thick and the glasses were more on the murky side. I would lean more towards egg whites. If your glasses tend to be pretty clear when you're changing them, then the next one, number 5, you can use, or even like cigar smoke. But for the most part, egg whites are for when you really need to spiritually cleanse it, okay? Number 5 is Palo Santo smoke. Palo Santo would be if your home, I would say if you've been doing this for a while, your home is vibrating high, the glasses are clear, you know, you're like on the top 10 percentile, right, of taking care of these spiritual glasses, then Palo Santo is efficient. It is it's a good tool for cleansing, but it's a sweetener, right? And it's not getting rid of any negative energy. It's more so bringing it in. So definitely use Palo Santo if you feel that you are keeping up with your spiritual hygiene. Okay, so I took off my socks. I'm hoping that makes things better. When my feet are hot, my whole body can get hot, and it gets like that prickly hot, not that just hot. So we about to see, and I got me some juice. Pinkies up. I committed to this video, so we're gonna finish this video. So now we're gonna get into the 4 ingredients. Now, what I'm going to do is add where these ingredients fit best in regards to locations in your home. And I'm going to repeat that so it makes sense to me too. Based on a location of your home, I'm going to recommend a specific ingredient. First thing we're going to get into is anil, A-N-I-L. I showed you guys what that looked like in video 3, but I'm going to show you again. So these are the bluing, aka anil, that we use. I take them out the packaging and they are in these cute little squares. And I go to town crushing them so they're fine. So that when you receive it, this is my own personal jar, it's ready to go. And that is anil. And I send it in these apothecary jars because one, we're eco-friendly, sustainable, and when everything's done, you get to reuse it. This is the Virgo in me. I love upcycling, and so do my clients, because guess what? You get more bang for your buck. Anil is probably one of the most potent ingredients because that indigo blue, right? And I know that indigo blue looks familiar, right? The Nazar. That indigo blue is very, very potent for evil eye. Of course, next to the color red. But that indigo blue resembles the ocean, right? And in Ifa, or Lukumi, right, which is a branch of Ifa, the ocean and that blue color is assimilated with Olukun and Yemaya. So when we add Enil to water, it turns it this beautiful blue. Now, this is only to be used externally. So for your floors, for a bath, for cleaning surfaces, and all that jazz. These ingredients, you will never, ever, ever ingest it, okay? Ever. Ever. So this indigo blue is very, very potent for dreams. So I'm going to highly recommend that you use Enil in the bathroom, which has the lowest vibration in the home, and secondly, in the bedroom. The reason the bedroom, as I mentioned in the third video, make sure you watch it, when you sleep, you are more susceptible to harm. And to really go a little bit deeper, what I mean by that, when people get sleep apnea, sleep disturbances, nightmares, basically anything that is not proper sleep.
Imaging camera right on top of the sleeping individual. This mysterious shape resembles that of a human body, climbing on top of the man and seemingly strangling him. Some keen-eyed viewers have pointed out that there's a lot of orbs flying around the room as well. So,
when your sleep is off, as you all know, it shows on your face. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. So having this near your head, and the reason why it's by your head, you need to watch the last video to understand why I want it by your head specifically. It's really going to help with that dream state and really protect you and collect any negative energy that may be in the area while you are sleeping. Okay? What is that? Oh, the puppy. So, that is Anil. So Anil really neutralizes mal de ojo, which is evil eye. So I highly recommend it. And then since the bathroom is the lowest vibrational energy, you want to make sure that energy is high. So the bathroom is very much tied to wealth and abundance. It has to do with water. Water is such a powerful element. Water is wealth. Like, it's crazy. Like, water is wealth. And when you start to really value water and the way you utilize it, I'm telling you, it will change your life. Change your life. For the next 14 days, really be intentional when you're drinking water, bathing, talking near water. I'm telling you, it will change your life, all right? So putting this Anil in the water in your bathroom, and I keep a glass behind the toilet because it's kind of hidden. So if like, you know, it doesn't need to be visible, if that makes sense. So putting it behind the toilet on a shelf is ideal, but raising that energy in your bathroom will pay off in dividends because it'll have your home vibrating high and it'll have your pockets vibrating high. Pour it up, pour it up. All right, so number 2 is cascarilla. So cascarilla is called efun, E-F-U-N in Nigeria. So cascarilla is a heavy hitter when it comes to ingredients as well. So cascarilla is literally eggshell powder. Quick behind the scenes. So this is how cascarilla comes. I buy this baby in bulk from a very good supplier in Florida. And then I usually use it in here, but as you can see, it's busy, but you can just see its content. So this is it, right? When we keep it in the cups, it's great for drawing protection circles. Hold on. It's great for drawing protection circles like so. You can draw the cross on you, but this is the material of it. It's probably one of my favorite things to use in the practice. Same thing with anil. Is very good at repelling lower vibrations, and cascarilla has more of a cooling effect because of it's tied to Obatala, which has a lot to do. And Obatala is up there actually on my shelf as a statue of him. And that's a generic statue. It's not a consecrated icon. That's for decor. Obatala has a lot to do with the ori, or the crown chakra, right? So cool, calm, collected, clarity, calm, peace. So cascarilla, when we use that, those are the energies we're trying to invoke. So when we add those to the glasses, it dials up its power and helps with that. So particularly around my home, not every time, but at least once or twice a month, when I fill my glasses with water, I add a pinch of cascarilla, and those are the waters that I'm putting in the living room, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, right? And I do notice a difference in the energy of the home. And another thing with cascarilla, it fortifies spiritual boundaries. So when it comes to protection, I would recommend either the anil or the cascarilla for that front door if you have a lot of people coming in. If you don't have a lot of people coming in and you don't feel like you need to protect it, that's fine. You can do just the water, but I recommend at least adding the ingredient. So cascarilla or anil, I would recommend for your glasses at your front door. Next, number 3 is going to be your sea salt. So sea salt is really good at breaking up negative energy, and specifically sea salt. So not table salt, not Himalayan salt, not Epsom salt. We actually want sea salt. And that is really good for breaking up negative energy. If you want to add a little oomph to your bathroom water, adding the anil and the sea salt is really good. And traditionally, sea salt is used as a purifier. So it is definitely an ingredient we use when we're taking spiritual baths to remove negative energy. Number 4, camphor. So I really love camphor because of its smell. It's one of those that I feel like it's not talked about enough, but it's something we definitely use in Caribbean culture. My grandma would put them in the corners, and she'd never tell me why. I'm like, what is this thing in the corner? And you remember we talked about in the last video about the corners of the home. So camphor is another thing you can add to the water. I would particularly add it to the anil. If you're going to add camphor, anil, I believe it should be paired with out of the other ingredients. Camphor offers a very deep spiritual cleansing. Pro tip, you can actually burn a little bit of camphor on your charcoal disc. And I'll show you guys what it looks like real quick. I don't have a disc in here right now, but this is what I mean. So you have the cauldron, and I designed this myself, by the way. I glued the curry. Not for sale, not yet. This is a prototype just for me. But when you have the charcoal disc, I do have a video on how to properly burn incense powder. You can add a little bit of that camphor, and the smell is gonna waft in the home. It's very potent, so you don't need a lot. A lot goes a long way. But I would definitely use that. Like if you had like guests over, a party, camphor is really, really good. And camphor enhances clarity and spiritual insight. So if you do any type of meditation, breath work, and all that jazz, definitely want to utilize camphor, whether in your water or just burning it. Highly, highly recommend it. So I want to give a quick bonus that I did not mention before. Of course, you want to watch to the end because I'm going to share a big don't that you don't want to do that I see a lot of people doing, because it's, unfortunately, a lot of people get their learning from, I call them TikTok and Pinterest practitioners who have never had elders. They just hopped on the bandwagon during COVID or now, and they're taking information that's already on the internet and then regurgitating it. So it's like watered down, made up, pulling shit out their ass. Yeah, no, we don't do that here. This is actual ancestral practices. So watch the end for that tip. However, I want to show you how my home looked when I first moved in. The energy was good, but it felt more neutral, if that made sense. It was neutral. Of course, you're going to feel that when you move into a home. It should feel neutral. If you're moving into a home with already negative energy, it just sounds like a horror movie, beginning of a horror movie starting. So, hey, to each their own. However, neutral is good, and then you want to go up from there. So, these are a couple photos of how my home was before. If you can feel, if you're sensitive to energy, you can kind of feel how the energy is, and then feeling the energy now. It's like night and day, super high vibrational. One very potent way to know if the energy of your home is high is also the quality of your plants. If your plants are thriving and they're green and your waters are clear, that's a very good indication that the energy in your home is very high. If you notice, another thing too, like, because plants and water, have a very tight connection. When they're in a home, if you notice you bought new plants and they always die, yes, some people have a better green thumb than others, but that green thumb is actually your energy and your intention that you're putting into these plants, because plants are sentient beings. There's videos out there of people hooking up these like wires and hearing music. Like, these plants are sentient beings. In Caribbean culture, we believe that plants and flowers and nature sleeps at night, so we don't disturb them at night, and during the day they're awake. So we respect Mother Nature. So that's why we don't go picking things at night or gathering things at night. We respect them, and during the day we do our picking and foliage and whatnot. So look at your plants as well as a good indicator. As I mentioned in the third video, you can reuse. Oh, I forgot to mention this. If you have a ingredient such as the sea salt, the anil, or the camphor, please do not pour it into your plant. You can dispose of it in the toilet or at the base of the tree outside. The reason is, there should be common sense, it's going to destroy your plant. Cascarilla is actually used in certain plants, so do your research to make sure that your plant can take eggshell powder. But cascarilla, for most plants, you can use it. Everything in moderation, however. So if you want to play it safe, then just dispose of the glass with the cascarilla or any of the 3 other ingredients in the toilet or at the base of the tree. But please keep that in mind. That is very important. All right, so to wrap it up, the big warning that you don't want to do, I'm going to get my glass for this. Let me get a sip of my drink. It is hot. I don't know what the temperature is outside, but woo, chilly. Woo. And I didn't mean chilly like cold. I meant chilly like chilly with the E at the end. All right. So if this water, right, is already a mirror and a portal, one of the biggest mistakes I've seen in my career as a spiritual practitioner, is people taking this water glass and putting it in front of another mirror. So now you have two mirrors. You have two portals. If you do not know what you are doing, you are really opening up a portal of portals. And this is how people get hurt, because it seems very simple. It seems like it shouldn't be a big deal. It's just a mirror. But in spiritual practices, there is no, oh, but it's just, no. That's how you get hurt. Water, just by itself on the shelf, is perfectly fine. The reason why having a double mirror, things reflecting back, it's amplifying whatever is going on in your home, and specifically maybe in that space and within you, right? So if you are amplifying whatever's going on, if things are not going well, you're amplifying that as well. And the last thing you want to do is invite negative energy that doesn't need to be in your home into your home. Another nugget that I wanted to add is the reason why animals, specifically cats, are able to drink this water after a couple days of it being out and we can't. The mouth of a cat, they're able to handle far more germs than us. They are an animal. So they don't get sick like us. So they could eat off the ground, they can drink these waters, and we cannot. So that's why cats are allowed to drink after a couple days, and no one should be drinking this damn water. As I said in part 3, no one. I don't care if Moses was your cousin. Don't drink this water. Don't. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay? So, as I mentioned before, just rolling it back real quick. Don't place these in front of mirrors unless you are a seasoned practitioner. Either or, these are spiritual water glasses. I mentioned before, do not cross practices. So your spiritual glasses of water should be spiritual glasses of water. If you want to have a seance or do spell work or whatnot and have a glass of water by the mirror, that's going to be completely different than these spiritual glasses, okay? And you do that at your own risk. Shontel did not tell you to do that. You do that at your own risk, but that is a whole different ball game, okay? So if you made it this far, I need your help. I sound like Dora. I'm like the Black Dora Explorer. I need your help. Swiper, no swiping. No, but for real. If you made it this far, drop a comment. I want to get another plant, and I need a name. So drop me a name so I know you made it this far. I have written out this video as well as the 3 other videos of these series into a blog format, so it's easier to reference. So all you need to do is head over to my Patreon. You can join as a member for as low as a cup of matcha tea latte a month, or you can purchase the blog post individually, print that bad boy out, and reference it. 2, the anil, the cascarilla, and palo santo I have in my Etsy shop where I make handcrafted ritual goods for the home, bath, and body. So you can head over there. I'm putting all these links in the description as well as the pinned comment below. Secondly, the lights went out. Secondly, or thirdly, I should say, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have a spiritual guidance program. If you do not want to commit to that yet, that means that you'll be a perfect candidate for either my 30 or 1 hour one-on-one spiritual guidance call. So that is all. Thank you for tuning in. I am hot. My throat is dry. Ooh, SOS. I'm gonna wrap it up now. I feel like with these series, I was definitely ballsy by putting it out during Mercury retrograde shadow, but I was like, you know what? Balls to the wall. We're gonna do it. This video was definitely, Mercury retrograde has dropped some je ne sais quoi on this video because the light went out, the battery The battery just died. So I had to plug this in, and I'm on the ending. So we're going to do it again. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so I know that you like this content, and I will keep putting out more. This is video 4 of 7 of my Spiritual Waters series. Thank you for watching. Mwah, 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 mwah. Ache.
Peace.